use case.
Okay,
sorry.
now go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So welcome to our bootcamp hands-on session number 9 for the server-side JavaScript bootcamp. Today we're going to continue building out our use case for a multi-form cloud page. And before we start, we're going to have Raja share. He's been working on a POC. He's going to be presenting in our next session, and he's encountering an issue and wanted to share that to the team. Go right ahead, Raja. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Yeah, so this is the form which I discussed the last time. So basically what we are trying to build is that, basically like a stock exchange, like as I mentioned in the Pursuit of Happiness movie, where Will Smith works as an agent, right? And he will be given a list of customers whom he has to reach out to speak on, like to speak with them regarding different policies, and if they will be interested in getting one of such policies or not. And after the discussion, like he will be sending out the follow-up emails regarding the entire policies, terms and conditions, and all those. So as part of that, what I try to implement is that so I built a journey where let me show you that journey as well. Yeah, so this is our journey. So basically, what the company does is like it will upload data into the specific data extension through either a file transfer or a file import or something. But for this demo purpose, I have used this data extension as a source instead of like uploading that data through an automation to issue that data into this journey. I'm directly using the data extension where I have the customer's details. So basically what happens, the initial step would be that all the customers will be in the wait until like will be waiting in this event. And once the customers are in this phase, what happens, the agent who has to like communicate with these customers, and then once they had a call or like an initial discussion with the customers, what happens, only after that, related to the policies, terms and conditions, everything, the email will go out to the specific customers. Okay, so this is our use case. So since the customers will be waiting here, so the point of trigger for a customer to pass this event is only if an agent already initiates a call with that specific customer and he discussed that policies and everything. Only after that, once he submit saying that he already like had a call or like a discussion with the customer, and then if he clicks submit, only then the next follow-up email will go out with all the terms and conditions. This is the email that I used, which was already built and like tested by a team, but I customized it for my purpose to have a different subject line and then a small content that suits, which says, the wait until event got successfully triggered, and this is the email that we already got. I will show you the email as well. Just a second. Yeah. So yeah, this is a subject line with which the like for the sample testing purpose, I just use this one. So once we enter the specific customer details into this journey, there'll be that specific customer will go into this wait until event, and until the agent calls this specific customer, and once he submits the form, only then the email will go out. which indicates if that specific customer who is waiting here, if he receives this email saying that test wait till until event in the journey through cloud page is being tested out, and then it just confirms that once the customer receives this email, which confirms that he passes this wait until this event. Okay, so this is what we wanted to test it out. And so this page, it's completely configured. It's just that because of some issue, I am encountering an issue. The issue is that I will show you what it is. So every customer, the agent receives the records or a list of customers with each customer having a unique ID, a kind of lead ID. We can to give it what do we say, the customer, if we every customer will be having a unique ID. Only using this unique ID, if he submits, if an agent, for example, if I am the agent, I will be given I will be having some kind of employee ID, right? So this is the ID with which I will submit, saying I already had a discussion with this specific customer. And if I click on submit, what happens? Basically, if it is a successful submit, it will gives me like a message saying that for this customer ID 1234, the submission was already done. Okay, and there is this data extension which I configured for this wait until event, in which the data will will fall. Okay, and I will also show you that one, but currently I was not able to show you that because the token is getting successfully generated. Only the issue is that the REST call which I had to make with this token and with the customer details for posting this data, that is getting failed because of 401 error, unauthorized error. So wanted to figure it out in this one. Let me take you to.
So Raja, I saw in your journey you were able to get somebody to pass through. Have you had success using it once, or?
Correct. Yeah. If I did it offline, so in the sense like if I do it via Postman, it's getting successfully passed. But
Okay.
But if I do it through this cloud page, that's where I am encountering the issue.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at your code.
Yeah, here is a code.
Okay, and so let's see, where are you setting your REST URL is set up above as a variable. Probably is that up in where are you setting your REST URL? Is that at the top? Is that under an AMP script?
Correct. Yeah, the AMP script. Let me open that part as well. Yeah. So
okay, yeah, you're using that content block by key.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so that's where your REST URL is coming from there. Okay, cool. And then let's see your payload. Your auth is working, okay. And your payload therapist token.
Token is also successfully getting generated. That is what we see it here. So, and I'm passing the same token here as well. So even this is fine.
Yeah, did you follow the appropriate syntax for a API?
Yeah. Yeah, here is the call to which I am, my bad, where is this? Yeah, so I'm basically first, as part of the first step, I am, calling the token to generate the token. I am using this my
Yeah.
token call, which will bring me the token. And once I am done with that, next step is that I will be, is this? Yeah, I'll be doing a REST call, the event call here in my case. So the REST URL, I am already getting it from my code content block by ID, and then I am using it here. Where I am setting that yeah, here I am setting those REST URL appended with the interactions if one event which we use typically to trigger an activity. Yeah. Yeah, so this is looking good, and even the content type also application JSON I have set it up, and then stringify of REST config dot REST payload because this we should pass it as a string, right? So I am reading that as a string as well, and the REST payload will be here, which contains all the information that we will be passing it to the wait until event activity with all the details that's necessary. And also I checked the primary keys, which are for that specific data extension, which we configured in this wait until event activity, this test agent T, even that is working fine. And yeah, and the headers, I have set it up to this authorization. This is the only token that we are passing it. So authorization with the value bearer plus token, bearer space token, even that's taken care of. And yeah, I don't see any issue with the syntax since it's just authorization issue, right? So that's where I was just thinking if I'm missing out something in the admin part for sending out the like these post calls.
So let's see. In your just take a look at your payload. So you've got contact key, event definition key, and then you've got your data. So that looks good. Okay, and you're setting your token. Obviously, we saw the token, so that's all looking good. So your URL looks fine. Your configuration looks good. Scroll down
1 second. I think this is the issue, I guess. Let me do this thing. Control X. Catch error, and then let me do it here. I think after initially populating this token value, yeah, I think now it should work fine, I guess. Because here I am calling it to get the token value, right, Tim? And then this token, I should be passing it here. So if I put this above here, so basically the token is empty, right? Yeah, let's try this one. You got right, Tim? I was just thinking,
so you're
because,
saying
yeah, so we are basically
it's
getting the
caught in
token,
your
right?
try catch?
No. The token, we are getting it here, right? And to pass this token correctly to the header value, I should be like having this defined after I get the token, right? So now it will work fine. I think earlier what I did was I had this one here. So basically the header value, header value that I am passing it in my REST call is having token value bearer space token, bearer space empty value, because I am having it here. So I think now it should work. If I copy this one here and paste it here, let me save this one. Mm.
Good old cloud pages.
Let me go back. It was saying it. Mm. Mm. Something happened.
So what is going on with Marketing Cloud? So that's good. At least it wasn't a legit error. Something's just.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let me retry. Refreshing this page. This is strange. Let me try to re-log in and then see
Yeah, maybe that's
if that works. Fine. I think I got what was happening here.
Let me check on my end.
Yeah, I think now it's working fine. Yeah. Yeah, let me try to enter one record into that particular specific data extension and then see if that working fine or not. It's enabled contact audience builder. Extensions. Shared data extensions. Customers T records. And then let me add one more record. So let's say this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Tim, can you help me with your email just for testing
Yeah,
purpose?
you could do TZITER
T.
at my Cervello. Perfect. But one T, ZITER. If you had two T's in there, you can't taste it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me go to that journey and then see if that contact got into the wait until event activity. Test score. Record counts 2. Let me refresh it.
So to fire myself and yourself in the journey, you just have to reactivate a new version.
Mm.
See how it says start on activation? Yeah, so if you hit click on new version. And in the journey settings, did you do like re-entry after exiting or something like that for your record?
Correct. So this is a
Okay,
new record,
yeah.
right?
And
new subscriber key, right? So this should work.
Yeah, and change that wait step at the end from 1 day to 1 minute. It just helps to get them out sooner, especially for testing.
Minutes.
And you could do it on the other path as well.
Yeah.
Just got to hit done down below. That little done button. There you go. Yeah, just activate, and that's all you need. Send them through. And Raja, you were able to receive an email when you were doing your testing?
No, Tim. Actually, I'm not sure what happening. So most of the emails that I try to issue to myself are getting like blocked,
Hello.
bounced.
Guess we can pull up your subscriber and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Hello, Raja.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Can you tell me what is the event that you have applied in wait until event?
No, the event itself is a wait until event. So in the sense, like it waits for some action. In our case, the action is that this cloud page where the agent tries to submit. Once he submits the customer details, only then that specific customer will pass this wait until event, and then he gets to the rest of the path.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's give it some more time.
Yeah, sometimes the canvas doesn't show.
Yeah, correct.
Second, but I'm sure they're in that. Yeah,
I
they
think,
must
yeah,
be
it's
in
like
that.
now, yeah, now it's evaluating.
Yeah.
It should show us now. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
2 of those contacts are in wait until event activity. And yeah, let me do Tim's details. So this is the contact ID, in the sense we kind of use it as a lead ID
Sure.
that our company provides us. And then I'm going to that cloud page. So instead of putting all those customer details, so I made only the customer ID as mandatory key, so that I actually wanted to dynamically populate these details based on the customer details. But since the cloud page that I configured is a static one, so that's where I'm not able to do it. I guess to populate these data, I guess I should be using either the Vue.js or or any other frameworks to populate it dynamically. But as of now, I have limited knowledge on this part to display these details dynamically. So yeah, so let me do the pending one and status customer unavailable. Actually, the email should not go out if this is pending status, but just for or let me do one thing. Let me do this done. Yeah, and then agent ID. 1, 2, 3. Let me do 777. 47. Yeah, I confirm that I already had a call with this specific customer, so that's where I'm just confirming. If I don't do this, it's a required field. So even if I try to click it, it says, take an action on that one, saying that whether you confirm that you had a discussion with the customer or not. So once I click on submit, I should not see any error. And then basically in the debug part, I should see that I should see a notification here saying whether this details successfully submitted or not. So yeah, still we are having an issue. So the debugger, the token is getting passed successfully. And yeah, this is the error, still the same error, the 401 unauthorized. Think we need to check it. But yeah, let me open my postman, and then try to see if I can issue the same thing with the postman and see if that gets passed through. So
Yeah, it
can
sounds like it might just, because you had success, it's just syntax with the call.
if it is syntax, I was just guessing it should say any other error issue. But since this is 401, I was thinking more of it at a setup level. If I am missing, let me open that as well, for like, so that you can see if I got all the permissions or not. So this is in the apps, in the installed packages. So this is yeah, this is the installed package that I configured for testing purpose. And I have given the limited permissions for this purpose, but I just wanted to add, this is the extra permissions that I given. But basically offline access. Oh, okay. Can this be an issue, Tim?
Could
Not
be,
sure.
it could be the install package. Yeah, let me go fix the settings on those. Sometimes, I mean, our default has been in the past just to So you're in test underscore. Let's edit. I think you can edit it. You should have admin access. So if you, yeah.
Like I tried to edit
Yeah.
these things. Actually, I earlier I was facing this issue that this I cannot access the subscribers, and then I tried to figure out that this is the issue, and I have given the permissions. But apart from that, regarding the offline access or something, I didn't find any relevant one where I need to give the permissions. So
Yeah,
but-
it's kind of funny because when we were setting up a REST call with Bruno early on in this boot camp, we encountered this very similar issue. And we defaulted just to clicking on all the boxes just to get it started, to get it working. And then we were going to circle back on, what could be, the exact settings that would allow for that call. So I don't know if you want to, just for now, if you want to check the boxes and we can, just to see if that might solve it. And then we could circle back and
let me try saving this one
like,
and then see. Still the same issue. Let me edit all the permissions and then email OTT and do these things. Then documents and
Hello,
images.
Raja. What this OTT stands for? Yeah?
No, I have no idea on this part. It's just that I'm just trying to see OTT maybe one time kind of
keys.
kind of transaction or something, like for a single sense or something like that, I guess. So documents, it's not necessary. Audience, let me do these things. And then cross cloud platform, market audience members, marketing cloud connect. So not needed. I think this
Yeah,
should
try Marketing
suffice.
Cloud Connect too. You never know. Read, write, send.
Okay.
Data encryption, manage keys, view.
That
Do
could
that
be
under data
yeah,
encryption.
correct. Access configure, manage keys, view.
Yeah, try to do that. Click view. Yeah.
Call subscriber, read, write, update data. Okay. Hub, this is not required, I guess. Mobile deep linking assets. Deep linking, not sure. Let me give these settings right. Provisioning account read, right. Not needed. OTT channels, packages, deploy. Users read, right. Security webhooks, not required, but yeah, let me. Yeah.
Cool. Nice job.
Now let me retry this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then status done. And then agent ID 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, let me do it. And yeah, still the same issue. Let me try one more time. Let me try this one. I will try to do it offline. And then see if it is still going through or not. And I confirm submit. Done. I got the token. Control C. Postman. These things remains the same. This is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Escape.
That was from the postman call? Oh, no, that's pulling from the data extension. Got it. Okay.
Smallest. Yeah, so yeah, the body is ready, and then just the header. This token I will try to regenerate it from here itself. Yeah,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. Status pending. Done for now. Then confirm. This is just for the token generation. It's nothing.
Sure.
Nothing
Yep.
that we are
Yep.
doing it
Okay.
from this cloud page as of now.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then this control V. Yeah. So yeah, our body is also ready. This is 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5 escape. Yeah, everything is looking good. So
Right. So it
yeah, we
wasn't,
should see this
you've
data.
you got this to work for via Postman. It wasn't the installed package,
What Tim?
right? You got this to work via Postman, so it wasn't the installed package. We know that for the case because you got this to work. Yeah. So you're going to send this.
Correct.
There's something in the syntax in the
Yeah. So this is success.
yeah.
So let
Yeah.
me go to the data extension,
201.
the wait until event data extension, which is test
Yeah,
agents
201,
T.
so it looks good.
And then here I should see, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
data
Okay, cool.
with which, yeah, we try to do it. And this is done today. It's 7:45.
Looking good. Good. So
This
we
is
know the install package working. Let's go back into your code real quick for the cloud page. Let's just take a look at that again. So REST URL, identify REST configures. And where are you setting your headers and your header values? Okay, the value. Header. Um, That makes sense. I mean, it's basically, you're just leveraging, you're putting everything, you're putting your headers and your header value all under that payload. You've got header is the authorization and the REST payload. And your REST payload is restconfig.rest payload. Okay. And payload is event call.
Yeah, actually, I did the same kind of call like earlier, and it worked fine. But I'm not sure why it's happening only for this specific, syntax here.
So my event call, where
the
are
function
you?
call. Yeah.
Oh, you have a function for the HTTP post. Okay, got it. Okay. I mean, yes, there's a lot of complexity going on there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something. I mean, you could try experimenting, just pulling out the HTTP post, and instead of using a function. I mean, I could try experimenting with that. I mean, have you done a post call in a server-side JavaScript before?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. So instead of using the functions, I did it directly, and that's how it worked. So if you want me to do that, yeah, I can do that as well. Yeah, just wanted to
So
make sure that I'm
post
passing the
call,
correct values. Rest call content and then payload will be stringify.
Okay, yeah, good.
Stringify of rest config dot payload, and the header will be the same thing. Yeah, I think
And
this
for the
should
REST
work
config, that's dot rest payload. REST config dot rest payload, right? Not just payload.
Correct. Good catch. Yeah. Yeah. Everything is looking good. Yeah. Then schedule it. No errors. So this is good. Publish it. Just making sure that already we passed one, right? So we should see only one contact in the waiting list. Yeah, it already one passed, and we are waiting for one more. Yep, let me do now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Status done. Agent 999 confirm. Yeah, still the same issue. The remote server returned an error 401 unauthorized.
All right, well, we're coming up on time, Raja. I mean, we can, my recommendation would be to, I mean, it's kind of a pain, but go along the same lines of trying to simplify an API call. I'll send you I mean, we had done in an earlier session a pretty basic thoughts and a post call. It's got to be something in the syntax, something very, very small that's causing that problem. Because you, like you said, you were able with the install package to have this work in Postman. Is it possible? You know, maybe it's worth an exercise of creating a very simple variation of this cloud page where you're just you've got the auth working, and all you're doing is doing the post call just to make that successful, and then add in maybe the try catch and the functions. I mean, I can try to experiment with it as well and see, play around with it a little bit. But yeah, just keep exploring it. I mean, but really cool. Thank you for sharing that. That was a really good demo of your solution. Very cool and really cool and detailed cloud page. And also just a great example of the challenges we all encounter on cloud pages development. Something is challenging, but as fundamental as making that REST call, you're halfway there, and what is the problem? You know, I'm sure you'll figure it out. But the challenge in cloud pages that you're left to experiment and try to validate what could be going right, what could be going wrong there.
Sense, right?
But yeah, I mean,
did you receive that email?
I did. Yep.
No. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you're crossing things off the list. You know, it works in Postman. I mean, I would duplicate your cloud page and just strip out everything else. Like, you've got the auth working, and just try to do a post call without the functions, without the try catch and everything, and start there. Once you can get that post call working, then you can add back in, you know, I don't know if it's pulling out the header values and the header names out from the payload. That looks well done. Sometimes syntax can be funky and tricky. And I'll Teams you a couple of different cloud pages where we have auth and post calls working, and you can take a look at the syntax. Some of them are very simple, so bear with us as far as the simplicity. They're not as complex as yours, but that might be a good approach. Start simple, get it working, and then add the complexity. I'm not sure if that might be the best approach, but you might have another approach as well as a developer.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. As you said, like, I will try to minimize this code to just, to get the token, and then, just make a post call. If that works, that simple step works, I guess, then I will copy it back to this cloud page.
Yeah. Awesome. Raja, thank you for sharing. This was amazing. And you're showing us a journey, an email. We went through installed packages, adding data to a data extension. This was impressive. And so reach out. Let us know if you have any questions. I'm sure you'll figure it out. But also just a really good example of how challenging it can be working in cloud pages. And also, it'd be great for you to share on Thursday how you solved it, if you're able to solve it by then.
Yeah, sure, Tim. And also just wanted to,
Okay.
like, acknowledge, well, I guess we have 4 minutes, right? So just we didn't cover this one. So when I'm developing this one, I just wanted to, for example, let's say if the customer ID, So if somehow if the particular agent enters, incorrect ID, or which is not as part of his list that he should be reaching out to the customers, if that particular customer is not intended for him, and if he tries to still submit that one, and I try to raise an error saying that, let me show you. For example, this one, you see, recheck
Cool.
the customer ID and enter again. So for this one, I got to know that, in the error handling session, we happen to, learn try catch, but then there is this one more thing as well, for raising an error. Wherever you feel like, you should raise an error, there is this throw syntax. Let me show you where it is. Yeah, this throw syntax, and this is what I learned. So I just wanted to, share it with the other folks as well. So like, yeah, whenever if you have a condition to throw some kind of error, you can do that using this syntax, so that the rest of the uh, statements will not work. Directly it will handle it. The try catch, and then in the catch I'm just printing out what the error is. Yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe you could take us through that in a little bit more detail if we have time on Thursday as well.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Raja. Cool. Okay. Well, we'll end the session, and we'll circle back on Thursday. Raja, thank you so much.
Thanks, Tim. And yeah, I will by Thursday I will have it figured out, and then yeah, I will give you a complete demo on Thursday.
Thank you so much. I'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.